So right guys, how is your day? How is your night? How have you been? I haven't been here for quite some time, but I'm back. This one place I'm going to be for the rest of my life. I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I might be here for the longest time ever. Now, one of the most interesting stories that has been discussed a lot within the social media space by a lot of content creators is the Mwango and why she might not be making videos and uploading videos or content, whichever way you want to call it. She said she just want to take a break. But do you think, guys, someone might take a break while she really needs that money? Because this is one of the biggest content creators around here on YouTube, and then she just all of a sudden decides to take a break. And initially, she had told people that she will start traveling because that was her niche. The only difference is with traveling right now, she cannot do traveling like she used to do. Because when she was traveling, most of the times she would be hosted by friends. There are so many people who used to love her content. So anytime she's going to Jamaica, she's not going to Jamaica to hotels. She will go to Jamaica, but again, there will be some people, her fans basically, who will be willing to host her. But things have changed. We're in 2026. This is a lady who is building a very big villa. So obviously, you do not expect if she's going to travel like she'll be traveling and get hosted by people. Again, there have been a lot of negative vibes against her on the social media space, so you do not really expect that people would also be willing to host her. She's also a little bit more concerned. She's also married, so you do not expect like if she's going to travel that like she's going to be hosted by people. So basically, what might end up happening or what she may have realized is traveling is no longer economically feasible. And the reason as to why I'm saying this is because traveling, first of all, requires you to prepare early enough. You have to get your itinerary ready, and then there are so many challenges here and there. Now, if one of the reasons as to why I kind of feel she's decided to take a break, there could be so many reasons. There's a lot of drama that goes on the social media space, positive and negative. There's a lot of drama that goes on in here, but I have a different perspective. One of the reasons as to why she could have decided she's no longer going to upload videos for quite some time is because sometimes as a human being, naturally you might need to take a break to rediscover, to regenerate your energy. Sometimes you feel so depleted. As much as whatever you are doing or whatever you used to do used to give you a lot of money, it comes a time you feel you need to take that break because you're losing yourself. The more you try to fight, that thing, you end up losing yourself. And instead of you losing yourself, it's way more important to take a little bit break so that you can find yourself and come back stronger. Look, she could have learned from somebody like Miss Trudy. While Miss Trudy learned, like, she's pregnant, she decided if there's a time I need to be very far away from social media, it's this time that I'm going through this. Remember, she had already gone through so many miscarriages, but now when she realized and learned, now I'm pregnant, I'm not losing this one, she needed to take a break. And she took a very big break. And by the time she's taking that break, even the husband, Wodemaya, also took a break. But when they were taking those breaks, it did not necessarily mean that they are going to completely be away from the social media space. The only difference I find with Miss Trudy Wodemaya and the queen herself, Mwango, is that Mwango, I feel bad for her because she rushed things. The way she has done things is not the way I would recommend that she would have done it. Because by the time she's doing what she's doing right now, does she have a backup? Like, is there another source of income? Like, even if she's not uploading videos, are there the other brands that are holding her? Like, she can make money from this brand, she can make money from this brand, she can make money from selling items, materials, selling classes? Are there other streams of income that will be giving her passive income? Well, I understand the videos she may have uploaded for the last 4-5 years, they are still part of passive income because people are still watching them. Nonetheless, this is a lady who is already accustomed, she's already used to a certain kind of lifestyle that demands a continuous flow of income. So this move that she just decided may also have a very detrimental effect on her finances in the long run. The other thing I think that maybe that may have forced her to decide to take that break, it's mental. It could be mental challenges, For the reason, for a few months ago rather, the social media space has been very, very toxic. Well, the social media space is always toxic, but against her. Remember, this is a time where she makes a video, and then we have about 15 content reactors, 15 content creators reacting to her video. We have 15. Imagine you just make a video today and you have 15 people reacting to your content, and sometimes it's not even positive. Majority of them are reacting to that content negatively. And the most shocking thing is, those content creators do not only come from your home country, they are distributed all across Africa, in the Caribbean world, and even in the United States, because they are there. You know them all. We have negative reactors. I don't like calling them negative reactors, but it is what it is. They are called negative reactors here on YouTube space. But we have negative reactors within the village. We also have negative reactors outside the village. We also have negative reactors within Africa and outside of Africa. So in total, the ones I know so far, there are about 15. They are reacting negatively to your content. As much as you might have a lot of positive support from your people, and the people who have known you for a very long time, that hate and the fact that every content creator reacting to you is also having views. Combined, the viewership amongst all those people who may be reacting to you, combined, their views are way more than the views you're getting from that video. So at the end of the day, you are the cake they are feeding on, and then they end up making more combined from you. They're making more, and by the time you're making that video, you're really invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of sacrifice, because you being in Poland, carrying firewood with wheelbarrows, cooking, it's a new environment, it's winter, and all those things, you've really sacrificed a lot. You had to pay an air ticket to go to Poland. There's a lot of things that you have sacrificed. These guys will just sit down like I'm seated here, react to the video you made, and end up making more views combined than you do. Obviously, it messes someone's up. Remember, Mwango, as much as here on the YouTube space, they might be trying to show these, agility, resilience. They might try to show that. She might try to show that she's very resilient, but in reality, she's really, really fighting something else. She's really having a difficult time. You understand? So mentally, could be the reason as to why she decided to take that break is because she needs to be a little bit more further away from this toxic environment. Because one of the things you have to understand is that the YouTube space, the social media space in general, is extremely toxic. So she wants to be very far away from the toxic environment, so that by the time she's coming back, she will come back refined, redefined, rejuvenated, a different person. And you see, when you go out there, you take your time, you relax, you chill. By the time you're coming back, you'll be coming back here stronger. You'll not care about what anybody is going to say. And Or you might care about what they're going to say, but then you'll be a little bit more cautioned and you'll sieve everything you say. Because one of the things we have witnessed is these people, you try to guide them, you try to tell them the truth, but instead of them taking the truth and understanding what the perspective another person is coming from, they brush it off and kind of feel like everybody is just a hater. While in some instances, the so-called haters may have some interesting perspectives on what she may be doing and probably giving her some, advice here and there. But now when you start looking down upon everybody and thinking like, just because they're not doing so well in life like you're doing, they don't deserve to say anything, that kind of messes you up. And eventually it starts affecting you psychologically and mentally. So we could be shocked that Mwango might come back and say she was depressed while she was in Poland. And obviously, this space here can be extremely toxic. I am Marwa, the same thing. We could be seeing, when we look at him, we could be seeing a very strong guy, a guy who is blushing things off, coming the next day and making videos and entertaining his people. But deep down for sure, he could be really going through a lot of things mentally. And I know for sure he is, because you don't lose a horse, you don't see the attacks against your family, and you kind of feel like everything is great. Again, all these reactors, for some reasons, they have managed to poison even the best of the followers, even those people who follow Aymara, the Mwango's family, David Jr. and the likes. These reactors have managed to pour some poison on it. So there's nothing like they can just sit like that and feel secure and feel that they are winning. Financially, yeah, they are winning. Marwa makes good money, and especially when he's doing those lives, he makes real good money that probably any young person his age would be happy to have, because that's money that can support a family for 3 good months effectively. If that family, especially those in the villages, that's good money. 500 euros is not little money, it's good money. So this is a guy who has managed to make that. Unfortunately though, the more you make, the more you spend. This is also a guy who is really spending a lot of money. He has investments. The other day I saw him complain about the hay he planted. So it rained so heavily in the land to a point where some of the seeds that were planted were washed away. Again, the horse died. So he's going through a period where on one end he's winning, on the other end he's losing. When you're living that kind of life mentally, what it does to you, it really bothers you, it disturbs you. Sometimes all you need to do is to decompress. You have to be away from every form of distraction. And one of the biggest forms of distraction is the social media space. This place is very toxic, and I know that. As much as I only have very few subscribers, I know it for sure. Because somebody who doesn't know is going to come and just leave a comment that will get you mad, that will get you crazy, and will make you second guess everything. So on that one, I believe Mwango could also be choosing to take some break for her own mental health. The other thing, I think it's only a suggestion, it's not a fact, but one thing I know for sure is Pero has one thing I know for sure, Mwango is in real intoxicated with love with this guy. She's, she feels now this is it. This has to work. I have to make it work. It doesn't matter. So I believe for sure that Pero could be the guy who has been editing all those videos and everything. So there's a possibility that Pero has the password and has everything, and maybe the sweet boy people see is not that sweet. Maybe behind the scenes he's a gangster. Who knows? So probably he could have diverted the money. So Mwango realizes, hey, I'm doing all this hard work only for my money to be taken by this guy. Okay, fine. He's the man. Okay, you go work hard, make sure your YouTube channel, blah blah blah, and everything. Or could be she's decided, you know what, I'm going to take a break so that you guys, instead of watching me, go and watch Pero. So that Pero will have the money. And when Pero has the money, he can come and support me and the wife. So he earns, and because he has to prove to be a real man, he will support me. Could be, that's also a possibility. I'm not saying it's a fact. Those are things you just have to think about, and you don't even have the evidence, but those are just speculations. You cannot take my word for it, but those are things you can also think about. That could be, it's also a strategy that let me be off the social media space for quite some time. But since my husband will be there, at least people will see me through him. So that big fuss will be diluted. So instead of them watching me, they can go and watch him. Remember, Mwango is also not stupid. She has also been watching what has been happening between Ayamarwa, the brother, and Rocio. Is Rocio having views? Yes, as much as they have started to decline. And it's not even 4 months, 5 months since she left Nyabohan's village. So she could also be like, okay, let's try and see if we can build Pero, the husband. Let's see if we can build your YouTube channel and see how far we can take it. What kind of content do we want to start doing? At the end of the day, if Mwango is still in Poland, Pero will still be once in a while maybe making videos with her. Who knows? What new strategy are they trying to sit down and looking so that they can look and see if they can do it? Or could be Mwango has already identified an opportunity within Poland. Remember, there's a video she did and she said if there's a job she might want to do is plaiting hair, those manicure and pedicure things. So she might be thinking, wait, besides YouTube, that's very toxic, there are also other opportunities outside of YouTube that can really get me money. And I need to take 1 month off, go to school, hone those skills, because these are skills she hasn't had for quite some time. But hone those skills. Once she has those skills, establish a very small business there, and then she sees how it's going to work. Because at the end of the day, I believe for sure YouTube is a very good thing. It's a very nice platform, especially if you're looking at earning passive income. But once you get the passive income, you also have to start thinking about other jobs outside of the social media space, because these are spaces we don't know if the bubble is going to burst. Well, I believe the social media space is going to be here for quite some time, for a very long time rather, but we do not know for sure if this bubble of the social media earnings is going to burst. There could be other things that are coming up. Remember, there is also a competitor to YouTube like Rumble and all those things. So maybe she has seen something that we have not seen, and she's very quick to react. It does not necessarily mean that just because she's out there and now decided that she's no longer going to upload, that it has to be something negative. It could be something positive. She could have been identifying opportunities here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decided, hey, these opportunities are going to even earn me more money than what I earn on the YouTube space, because here on YouTube you really have to invest a lot of time. You have to prepare. You have to think about the topic. What am I going to tell my people? And sometimes, like now, I've only talked for only 20 minutes, and it feels like you've talked for 41 hour, 20 minutes, 2 hours. And she's doing it every day, every day, every day. Sometimes it also becomes very, very monotonous. You want to do something different because life is so diverse and you can do a lot of things. You do not have to be limited by one particular thing. Like YouTube is everything. She could be thinking about something else. Who knows? And then let's come into the main thing that a lot of people may be speculating. You see, Poland is one of those countries that do not play around with immigration, migration, and all those things. So she's Kenyan. The husband is from Poland. That's the country. Poland is one of the peaceful countries. And one of the reasons as to why you're not going to see demonstrations in Poland is because they are very strict when it comes to immigration laws. These people, they do not even allow other religious groups and communities. It doesn't matter what happens in Syria, Palestine, Afghanistan, it doesn't matter. Poland have very, very strict measures when it comes to immigration. And one of the most beautiful things about having those strict measures is because Poland is one of the most peaceful countries. You're not going to hear a group of people who came there as immigrants claiming that this is their home. This is our home. We own this place. It was promised to us. Like you've seen the war between Donald Trump and the Somali migrants. They immigrated to the United States when there was a lot of internal conflicts within Somalia. But now, having settled in Minnesota and all those other cities, there have been problems. All those immigration problems were brought because the government at the time was a little bit more reluctant about the immigration laws. Now, whatever people are saying that could be, she's deported. I don't know how sure it is. I will not come here and vomit trash for the sake of views. Well, as at now, I don't know how sure that is. But is it a possibility? Yes, it is. Mwango is a very small person when it comes to country laws and all those things. She is very small. Countries don't care if you're a YouTuber or not, if you're an influencer or not. 490k subscribers mean nothing when it comes to some countries, and especially the fact that she is black. African. She is black in a white man's country. So those rumors and speculations, they could be true, they could be lies. So if it is true, she has been deported, then she must have been proving to be very, very foolish, because before she flew all the way from Kenya to Poland and decided to stay in Poland, she would have studied the laws and understood how those laws in that country work. And of course, the reason as to why she would not want to upload any video is because, you want silence. You really want to silence the reactors, because these people will come here, and if they learn that indeed you are deported, imagine how the social media space, imagine how YouTube would explode. I need you to think about that. Imagine how YouTube would really explode, because people are waiting for her like this, and I'm sure a lot of YouTubers, a lot of reactors are really, really waiting for that moment. They would love to be in a situation where she has been deported, because that would feed for days. That would be like, the fall, the fall of a big empire. It would make news. People would react to it without mercy. So those speculations could also be true, because I know for sure she's not traveling. One thing I know 100% sure, she's not traveling. Traveling in 2026 is not going to be cheap. The flight ticket, the hotels, the activities, and those are not a guarantee that you're going to get your money back. Remember, she does not have any sponsorship. So traveling in 2026 could be a little bit more tricky for her. Again, there are so many other travel, channels that have come up with time. So people have options. People really have options. So it's not like she hasn't weighed all those. She's not down anyway. She's not down. So she knows for sure it's not about traveling. Now, there are other people I heard speculate that probably the reason as to why she's taking a break is because she's pregnant. I don't believe so. I do not believe she is pregnant. I don't believe so. Because, well, and she could be. Anyways. But even if she is, she's not going to take a 9-month break. 9-month break. Do you know taking a 9-month break on such a YouTube channel? Do you know what it means? Do you know how much money she would have lost by taking that break? I don't believe that's the thing. Because these are people, this is a family that understands the YouTube space is where we get. It's our source of income. So even if she was pregnant, she would take that time to probably start a new series on her pregnancy journey, and should be making a lot of money. She has an audience that is ready to receive anything, trash or rich content, it doesn't matter. She has a ready audience who is ready to receive anything from her. So I do not think that pregnancy is the reason as to why she has decided to take that small break and decide she's not going to be making content for quite some time. I don't think that's the case. In any case, and I heard some people actually compare her to Miss Trudy, because with Miss Trudy it was a little bit different. And I believe for sure, even if Miss Trudy, maybe she was pregnant the first time, maybe she would have also taken us for a journey. This time she decided, the reason as to why Miss Trudy decided, she's going to take a back seat and wait and take a break, is because she has had 6 miscarriages. She did not want to risk anything at this particular time. So I don't think she would pull a Miss Trudy move, because the last time she commented on Miss Trudy's YouTube channel, people really called her out. Guns blazing. People are not messing up with her. People reminded her about their beef with Miss Trudy. People did not joke around. People called her out. And that's why she did not even try to make any comment on the other videos that Miss Trudy may have uploaded. And one of the things you may have to understand is, when a YouTuber like Mwango makes a comment on somebody like Miss Trudy, now both of them are Kenyans, so you expect a lot of sisterhood. Like, oh, that was so nice of you. Oh, that was so cool of you. I'm so happy. Hey, you know how girls talk. You know how they behave. You have expected the day she commented on Miss Trudy's channel, you would have expected that maybe she would have received a love like, or even Miss Trudy would have commented. And in some instances, if the friendship is so close, probably her comment would have been pinned. But that did not happen. And if that did not happen, it tells you one thing. She might not try to pull a Miss Trudy. She has also learned that Miss Trudy has more soldiers, fierce soldiers, more people who love her than they do to her. Look at the views of the last 4 videos that Miss Trudy uploaded. Compare to the views that Mwango uploaded for 1 month. Actually, the last 4 videos that were uploaded by Miss Trudy, the views, they are way more than the last 30 videos that were uploaded by Mwango. And that brings me to the next point. Could be Mwango, because it has nothing to do with pregnancy. We haven't heard Mwango complain about, pregnancy. She's just married the other day. So we haven't heard her complain about, issues with her health, her reproductive health. She hasn't spoken about it. So obviously, I do not expect that she might be going through the similar experience like the one Miss Trudy underwent, and maybe she has decided because of that health issues she needs to take a break until she has delivered that kid. I do not believe that could be the case, and that brings me to the next thing. Maybe she's rethinking her niche as a content creator, because traveling is no longer economical feasible. Financially, it does not make any sense. Remember, if they have to travel as a husband and as a wife. This is a married young couple. She is not stupid. She has seen it's very, very possible for couples to travel together and make content together. There's a possibility, could be they're going to start a new YouTube channel where it is Mwango and Pero. This is an interracial couple trying to do things together. So a lot of attention needs to be given to this new YouTube channel. But again, they have to sit down with the husband, talk about everything. How do we make content? How do we travel? Where do we travel? We've seen the husband. He loves going to those dark. The husband loves those historical war zone areas. There are YouTubers on the social media platform, and I have watched several. They love visiting those places that look like chaos, those places that looks like war, those places that looks like they are healing from a decade of war conflicts. Those are the places he likes. On the other hand, could be Mwango wants to integrate. Mwango's strategy of traveling was to villages, communities, just a normal routine kind of travel. It's not to these fancy hotels, these 5 stars A-list kind of hotels and destinations. No. Once in a while you see her in the ocean, in the beach, but that was not her initial niche. So probably she's decided to take a break so that they can sit down and re-strategize everything, so that by the time they are coming back, they are not coming back to start something that is going to fail. And again, as a couple, they have to think about everything moving forward, because one of the things she has to avoid with all diligence is a situation where they're going to separate. Because the new guy she's dating is not taking any chances. This is a guy who is going through all her dating life online. This is a guy who is gone and watched all videos of her dating life. And he's not willing to take a risk in a situation where he's going to be left behind, and when Mwango goes back, then the guy is left struggling. That's why, by the way, this guy is really trying to identify his niche as Pero, his niche as himself, his niche as him outside of Mwango. And I think probably this is one thing they may have discussed between themselves, and it's always good. When it comes to marriage and all those things, those are things you're going to have to sit down and discuss and think about. When we talk about content creation, that's BS. She is losing. The African queen is losing. If we are to think about content creation, forget about them being married. If you're talking about Mwango alone and Pero, then whatever decision she's made is stupid. But if you're thinking about them as a couple, then yeah, well, she could be excused for making that decision. I mean, you think about her as a wife and this guy as a husband, and they are very young, of course, trying to start a new thing. Yeah, those things are likely to happen. Another thing probably that she may not be willing to upload is their honeymoon phase of being in a new country is over. When you fly all the way from Africa, you're going to the Western world, you've gone to Europe. The first few months are going to be like, damn, I love this place. Look at snow. We do not have snow in Africa. So you're enjoying your time. You're having fun with everything. Everything is different, cultural different. But then, when the honeymoon phase is over and reality kicks in, and you have to start integrating. Remember, there's that cultural and linguistic barriers. The parents do not speak in English. The only guy who understands English is her. So probably even when Pero is talking to the parents, she kind of feels left out. So she could be feeling like an intruder. And when you're feeling like an intruder, like it wears you out. Remember, her conscience also reminds her, I'm black in a white man's country. Whatever thing we are trying to do is very rare. So even the kind of love we've seen with the parents, it could be for camera. It might not be real. And I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying it might not be real. We have seen so many marriages between a white man and a black woman crash, and the drama that follows. Oh, crazy things happen. So I'm not necessarily saying that that's the thing, but it's also a possibility. The other thing you guys are not even thinking about, because a lot of people on the social media space, they all think it has everything to do with deportation. It might not be deportation. I don't know why people are not thinking that it could be a marital issue. Remember, that space where you married and the honeymoon is over, it's over. You're going back. It's not like this guy lives in a ranch. You see, in a ranch, at least you can go out there. You can have so many activities you're doing out there. You can start building a shelter out there. There are horses to ride. There are activities to do. So mentally, you're okay. But when you're enclosed in a room as a human being, and you're not an introvert, you are used to being outside there. It's crazy. Again, this is a social media couple. I will call them that, a social media couple. So she wants to be in a situation where if the husband is leaving, she wants to be with the husband. And could be the husband doesn't like that. You know, in marriage, conflicts start from anywhere. Could be the husband doesn't want to appear in her YouTube videos, like when she's doing her lives, and maybe they have sat down and talked about that and she's furious. Who knows? Or the husband is just furious. Anything could be. So I don't know why people are not looking into that as also a possibility, that there could be some marital issues, family issues, husband-wife issues here and there. You guys, if you're married, there are those things that happen. Husband and wife, and you go silent for 1 year, 2 years, and then you come back, you resolve, and then you go silent for 5 years. And then you come back, you reconcile, and this time God decides to take one of you because you're doing a lot of nonsense, trying to reconcile and you're not doing anything. These things, you guys, these things happen, right? So it could also be a marital issue. A lot of people are just thinking about deportation and all those things. I think it could also be a marital issue that requires some time offline. Because the best way to handle marital issues, I'm not a counselor, but I believe for sure that one of the best ways to handle any marital issue is outside the camera. Otherwise, if you handle marital issues with people on the comment section, you're going to be misled, like majority of the people in the comment section have been misleading her, trying to pump her confidence up, while all along they are misleading her. Other than that, do I have anything else I think that could be causing her to stop uploading videos? I don't know. The only thing I can say is, if you're coming across this YouTube channel and kind of feel I'm a vibe and you like this content, well, you can subscribe, of course, and let's see what's going to come out of it. Let's conquer the world through any means that we get. Than that, I'm wishing you a very lovely day. 26th February 2026. Cheers, guys.